Hey y'all. Okay, so real quick, you're probably wondering why I got all these butterflies here, and I don't know. I don't know if you guys seen the post that Nori had shared, or I don't know if she shared a group. I think she did. She was making origami butterflies, and so me and Renee were talking to her, and me and Renee were trying to make this other origami fold, and like we're kind of stuck on this origami, but clearly I can't do origami. Like I told Nori, I was unfortunate enough to make that corset that I made that way back, which I think I'm gonna link that video because I made that corset a long time ago and it turned out super, super cute. And I think I made it like 3 different ways. So I'm gonna post the videos on my Facebook so you can go watch them again, or I'll find it or I'll repost it. But I not really good at making origami, especially with the little bitty things. I think I made a really little butterfly. Look right here. This was like a 4x4 piece of paper, and that's really not my thing. I mean, I like little things, but it's cute. But I'm like, wow, that's so little. And the one I was trying to make was with a 3x3 piece of post-it note, and Nori's came out really cute. And so then I said, well, I have this book right here. It's called Maps, and I very seldom use it because oh, I lost my little butterfly. I very seldom use it because I don't really use a lot of maps. And so but I was like, well, maybe I could try to use them. So but before that, so then these are the ones I made out the maps, and they're kind of big, but I kind of like them because you know I'm kind of gaudy. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do with these butterflies. They're really cute though. Look up, that's the back. And they look cute on that matte paper. I really like this one. And so, I don't know. I'm not good at stuff like this. But I be trying to, girl. I be trying my hand at different stuff, right? And so, and then I was like, oh, well, let me see if I can make it with some scrapbook paper. You know, that's right up my alley. So I cut one piece of scrapbook paper into 4 pieces, 6x6, and I made these. And they were not as, they were the same, but it's a little harder to fold right here because it's kind of thicker, so I just stapled it instead of glued it. But I kind of like the scrapbook paper ones, and I like this size. So that's probably what the size I'll be making mine is this scrapbook paper size. And they're kind of cute, actually. I kind of like them. But I want to show you how I did this on a big piece of paper, because then once you get it folded on a big piece, right? Then it doesn't matter. You can just keep doing the same thing over and over on any piece, right? But it's hard to see sometimes when you're starting off on this little bitty paper. And I can't see that anyways. And then, now I really can't see it. Right? So, let's move it. So I think this is how you do it. So you just take the paper and you fold it over. It has to be a perfect square. That's the #1 key. I think you can use any paper you want. You fold it over in triangle. Creases are important in origami. And then you fold it over this way. And then, you know, you could always trim it if you want, but some people, you know, are particular. I'm not particular. And then you take it like this. You have your folds, 1, and you put the cross so you can see it, right? Crisscross. And then you bring these 2 ends in because you're going to make this fold back down like that, like a diamond. Okay, so for those of you who like clear instructions like myself, you're folding it this way, crease. You're folding it that way, crease. You open it up, you see the X, so you bring the 2 sides together because you're gonna make a pyramid. You see it? There it is. Then from here, you're going to fold this in half again. And the key to this is, which I'm already off, is you got to keep everything straight and in line. Then you're going to cut these corners right here off to make a circular pattern, half circle. You use a coin or whatever, because that is your, your butterfly wing, right? So then you open it back up, but you put the triangle down. Okay, so first it was like this, then we closed it and we cut off this corner, and then we're going to come back and we're going to open it back up, right? But we're going to put it downwards. Then we're going to take the first flap section And you're going to turn this down. And you're going to turn this down. Okay? Just like that. So there's the back wings. You already see them. Then you turn it over. Then you take this part right here, this point, and you're going to bring it over, up above that first part. And see, there's your bottom wings. You're going to turn it over. This is what I do. Turn it over, and then you're going to turn it back like that. And so then there's your butterfly. You see it? And I just kind of, I try to, what do you call that? Mold it into my butterfly. I try to mold it. And then you can, and then you just push it down like that. And then what I do, I just staple this because glue ain't going to hold that. Well, it will, but I just staple it. And so then there's your butterfly. And then if you want, you can trim that little piece right there. That just came up because I pushed it in. But if you want to, you can trim it. If it's not perfect. You know, sometimes the folds don't be perfect. And so then I just put some glue here and I put a button. And that's it. And guess what? You can go back and rewind this 100 times if you want to. So you can make it. Now I just put a button here. You can do whatever you want. I like how the glue pops out the middle. So that's how I made those. Now you can take that concept right here and you can use whatever size paper you want, from 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 5 to 5, 6 to 6, 8 to 8, and fold it just like I have it, and that's what your butterfly will turn out, just like that. And it's kind of cute. And some people might say that it's not perfect, but you know what? Art is not perfect, and I ain't trying not to be perfect. It's just what it is. It's a butterfly, and I guess it sits up like that, and then that's the back. I like the back. Isn't that cute? And you just glue that on something. But what? I don't know. What do you? What are we gonna use these for? Well, we got all these butterflies. What? I like those. So girl, grab you some paper and get to folding, because guess what? We're making origami butterflies. What? Jesus loves you.